So with those kind of creative decision making and the business creativity, do you think that it can be taught, or do you have to hire out people who are creatively business, you know, or is it something that can be taught, Pak?
Yeah, in my opinion, that from Pak Lino perspective, the first thing that we should have is a dream. Without dream, we cannot do anything. We should put ourselves in the place that we really need to challenge. Without that, you cannot see anything that this is need to transform or we need to change or not. Because when we came in the place that we maybe get a pressure from top and maybe from our colleagues, and then we can have some kind of self-defense, and from self-defense we change our mind and then we do a creative something. Because Pak Sandiago say that he doesn't want to be changed, but some people need to be changed because it's not about the status, this is about the competency, it's about the credibility, and it's only about the competency, but also we need some person who can get us know our knowledge and recognize, acknowledge us, and people will say, okay, you already did something, and that's the change, and it's a part of the creativity.
I just want to add the different dimension to the same question you asked, that can creativity be taught, right?
Yeah.
Can you teach it, and what's the role of collaboration in a company? Well, there's an age-old saying that you can't teach an old dog new tricks. But actually, you should look at it another way, because I think a lot of people, you can't teach the same person many tricks, but you can teach different people a different trick. So if you're in a large organization and you have people who are in certain roles, you should not be afraid to look at who can do what trick the best. And then try and identify and slot those people and give them those tasks. And say, look, your trick is this and your trick is this. Yeah. What tricks can we do together? So, can creativity be taught? I think it can be fostered, and it can be extracted out from where it's hidden. Because, you know, in today's world, I think there's consensus about the fact that what gets into the way of creativity is fear. People are afraid to change. They are afraid about being downsized. They are afraid of losing their jobs.
We need some person that get the position, but they also need the environment. Yeah, they need someone, or maybe environment or system that support them. Without them, they're nothing. Because I think Pak Lino can make decision like this, cut the hierarchy of bureaucracy. But I think there is someone, or there is a system support Pak Lino to do this. And also Pak Sum also make a transformation to have any kind of infrastructure, but still need support, still need a system to support this. And the creativity need the system that support the person, recognize and acknowledge them. Without them, that the creative person.
The support.
Yeah.
I create the support for myself.
Look, I think I agree. So what I see when I came to the office here, today Paris is very independent. Paris is very independent. Yeah. That's why I have to get.
You're not afraid.
I have to get the support from the press. And I knew all the ministers also very sensitive to be criticized by press. Yeah. So if press is my friend, and I'm doing a good job for the people, I have an extraordinary performance, press will supporting me. So So then if you say today I call the lost trust society. So expect somebody to support you, don't expect that, Pak. You just do by yourself, but you have, first of all, you tidak berani diganti, tidak takut diganti. Secondly, you create environment such a way that you are tidak gampang diganti. In the government office or semi-government, we live on a society which mohon maaf, mohon izin, all mohon. Even before they can be creative, they all say mohon maaf. So you can't expect the creativity in that kind of environment. They have to change the environment.
So I was so tempted when I was about to release a certain controversial statement to say, nyuwun sewu dulu, Pak. Tapi, so you know, it's like it's entrenched in us to do so, to apologize for having disagreement. That's correct. And you're talking about environment, and you're talking about small companies tend to foster creativity more than the bigger companies. Now, you've built companies. How do you actually try to avoid being such a big company? You want your companies to be big and bigger, but what do you do so that you're not trapped into that big, uncreative environment, like what Pak Lino said?
I do agree with you that small, medium enterprises, that's why I spend a lot of time monitoring them, looking at them. They tend to be more creative because they're in constant being put under pressure. And people under pressure would have loads of creativity in them. And that's why I also agree that it can be taught. You just need to identify them, and that's what leaders do. That's what good leaders do, is basically to identify those creativity within their team members and put them. And people love to compete, but sometimes they forget to collaborate. So collaborations is being able to identify those creative minds and let them be in the same team and produce magic.
I know Pak Sandi from social media because he already as entrepreneurship, entrepreneur man, entrepreneur for anything that to build the company. But social media has a crowd. Yeah, that's the crowd, and I believe the crowd get a wisdom, give us the wisdom, and it's a part of the collaboration because they give us suggestion, give us support, give us appreciation, and sometimes they give criticize that we don't get from internal.
Now I've got this statement, controversial statement, without the nyuwun sewu, Pak. Asia is one of the most entrepreneurial environments. Agree, disagree? Yet corporate Asia is perceived as uncreative.
Oh.
What does it mean? I mean, what do you think is happening?
I disagree with you on the nyuwun sewu, mohon izin. I think that's our culture, and you cannot take it off.
Yeah.
But you could say something like, mohon izin saya mau berkreasi. Nyuwun sewu. You observe the culture. You be santun, but you
it's preparing. It's preparing for
mind.
That. Yeah.
Now Asia is basically being, they're entrepreneurial Asians, but we have not seen any innovations coming a lot more from Asia, but more from the US and other parts of the Western world. Why? Because I think Asian companies enjoy such a massive growth. And this last 50 years is Asia Pacific century. So with this massive growth, you suddenly focus on how to cater this growth and really not looking at the innovations part of it.
I disagree with the whole concept that Asia is not creative because it's being measured against Western means of what is success and how you do business.
Yeah.
It is a fact that Asia does business differently. And I think it is a right time for us to recognize that and play on the strength of that. Because the measure of how you do business doesn't necessarily have to be predefined. The whole world is changing. There's a revolution happening here. There is a very good reason why the whole world is shifting towards Asia. And it's happening. And it's not happening in many other countries. Right? So there's obviously a reason. There's a transformational change taking place.
Yeah.
Now, there is a good place for culture and customs in it because that's the way we are. And we should play within those rules. So like you're playing soccer, it has rules. And if you're playing soccer in another country, it still has the same rules. But maybe it is not soccer here. It is basketball. It's baseball. It's a different game with different rules.
Yeah.
Now, I think within our own ecosystem here in Asia, I think we're doing pretty well. Because everybody looks at creativity and innovation as being product-led, or a service-led. It's not always so. Sometimes it is creating the marketplace. Or the creation of the marketplace itself is about being creative. So, I think there are some products which are product innovated somewhere else, but the markets are being created here. Yeah. And in very innovative ways.
Okay, so from what I get from here is that fostering creativity and identifying creative business leaders are through entrepreneurial attribute is one of them. If you don't find the environment, create your own, as long as you don't fear being changed, right? And also the fact that creativity, let's not look at it from a Western definition of it, which is all about product innovations, iPods and all that. But it's about, yeah, but where are they selling? We created the market. And that's another way of creativity.
That's right.
Right. Bapak, it's been an honor sitting with you and talking with you. And I'm richer now in knowledge, and I'm richer now in perspective, and I'm sure I hope everyone's the same. And I don't think the debate has stopped. I think the debate will continue. It's just started. As you said, we warm up pretty late, but no. But so, thank you so much for your time, and I hope this is not the last time for you. And we welcome you anytime to Ogilvy Indonesia, and hope for more debates coming during drinks and stuff. And Pak Paul.
Thank you all very much. I was taught a lesson. I lived and worked in Brazil for nearly 10 years, and they say in Brazil that there's lots of Sunday people and there's lots of Monday people. There's lots of people on Sunday that sit around and barbecue and say, oh, if it was up to me, I'd do it like this and do it like that, and I'd change this. When it comes to Monday, they don't do anything. Right? And we've had the pleasure of lots of good Monday people here today. Yeah? Thank you all very much. At the heart of this, right? At the heart of this is the do debate, right? And I think the real value of an idea is that it has no value unless you do something with it or you make it real. So on that note, thank you all very much. We shall break for mangoes, hopefully, upstairs, and drinks and celebrations. Happy birthday, Ogilvy. Thank you very much.